watching BBN Tonight, presented by UK Federal Credit Union.
Welcome back to BBN Tonight.
Thank you so much for being with us this evening. And of course, thanks to this guy, one of our favorite guests, the one and only Tom Leach, joining us now. Hey, Tom, happy Monday.
Happy Monday, guys.
Thank you. Plenty of UK talk to get to, of course, but we should start with the College Baseball World Series, I guess. Ole Miss, last one in, last one out, champions for the first time. What'd you think of how all that unfolded for the Rebels?
Well, it was impressive to be, as you said, the last team picked. I guess what's the closest we've come to that maybe in the NCAA tournament. Virginia Commonwealth came out of the first 4 games back in 2011, made it to the Final Four. So that's impressive. And I think, it just makes Kentucky baseball fans just even hungrier to be a part of it because you're seeing various SEC teams. It's not like it's the same one every year. So, it's bouncing around. Florida's won it. Vandy's won it. Mississippi State won it last year. Ole Miss this year. So hopefully one day soon Kentucky will be chasing that title out in Omaha.
Especially Ole Miss first game in the championship round, 3 consecutive home runs, Tom. I mean, that was just ridiculous. Let's switch to the NBA draft, starting with Shaedon Sharpe's selection, pick number 7 by the Trailblazers, marking an official end to the saga in Lexington. Tom, what did you make of the night and of the pick?
Well, I think for Kentucky basketball, it's probably just good for its health to put the Shaedon Sharpe storyline in the rearview mirror. It just was a frustrating one for fans, and just in waiting for the draft, it was a storyline that stayed out there. So now you can wish Shaedon well in Portland, and Kentucky fans can maybe start to focus even more so on the upcoming trip to the Bahamas. Tai, I thought said all the right things. Not sure as to why that he slipped, but I think he's in a good spot because I liked Houston's draft. Chuck Hayes is in the Rockets organization, so he's got a Wildcat ally there, and I think he's going to be in a situation where he will not have the expectations bar set unfairly high for him coming in. And, we've seen some of these Kentucky guys that have been drafted a little lower than expected in recent years outperform expectations. I wouldn't be surprised if it happens for Tai.
That's exactly what I was going to ask you, because I think it's so interesting. We've seen now so many of these Kentucky guards slip a little bit in the draft. Do you think Tai could be the next one in that list to find some pretty quick success in the league?
Yeah, I'm not sure. I haven't studied what the lay of the land is there personnel-wise in Houston. I just know that they're young and building. So that would, the younger a team is, the more it opens up opportunities for greater number of guys if they don't have one, solid standout that everything's built around. But I think what I saw Cal say and Orlando also, you go back to what his numbers were before he had the first injury down at Auburn. Mm-hmm. And, the big assist game he had when he was starting at point, shot it well. I think there's a lot to like there. And I think he'll have an opportunity maybe to grow into a role, maybe like Quickly did with the Dicks.
I mean, Maggie just kind of talked about it. His game fits so well with the NBA. He just kind of lets the game come to him. As for this year's basketball team, things are continuing to come into focus with all of the guys on campus working out and talking with the media, some of them for the very first time. That was the case for Chris Livingston. Tom, listen to how he would describe his game.
Small forward or shooting guard, playing off the ball mostly, but I'm really used to being on the ball. But at this level, I probably will be more so off the ball, running the wing, things like that. Still doing things in the pick and roll, stuff like that, but not being really as much on the ball because we do have a lot of guards here.
Well, Tom, how'd he do? Is that how you would expect him to fit on this roster?
Yeah, I think he's a versatile guy. I love his game and Wallace's. I'm very excited about those two guys. I think Wallace also has a skill set that's versatile. So I think Cal's going to love those guys that can be good defenders. I mean, you're talking about Livingston's a guy who, is 6'5", 6'6", and, well put together. It's not like, he's not like Damian where he needs to put on a lot of weight. He just needs to, shore up his strength for this next level. I think he's going to be outstanding. I'm really excited about both of those two McDonald's All-Americans.
Tom, we're running out of time here, but I have to ask you one quick football question. Will Levis is at the Manning Passing Academy. Have you heard anything about how that's going down in Louisiana?
I have not, but everything Will's doing these days seems to be going well for him, so I'm sure this will too.
Tom, thank you so much. As always, we appreciate your insight, and I'm sure we'll talk again soon.
See you next week, guys.
Awesome. More BBN Tonight right after this.